Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Rhonda R. Hutchins Bundy, and I am the founder and owner of Metro Brag Bags. And I'm with you tonight, and these things make me nuts. There we go. I'm with you tonight because we're launching our first subscription. It is a quarterly subscription. It has um, 150 bags per month of each quarter of the quarter. So that makes it a 450 insert package. And I want to thank everyone for joining me. I'm going to be honest. I'm not real sure. Hey, Zakia, thank you so much for joining me. At least I know I can see people. But I do want to thank you all for joining me. As I said, this is our quarterly subscription launch, but it's also a question and answer because I know we have a lot of people who are in business, a lot of people who do events that are questioning, how does this work for me? So I'm going to touch on the quarterly thing, and then we will continue with some further information and answer any questions that you may have. With the quarterly subscription, as I said, you will get a 150 insert package per month. We will be doing regular quarters, so we're actually starting in June. And what that means for you is that for the first quarter, which would actually they would encounter, it would actually be July, August, September, and October. However, or July, August, September. However, since we're doing this a month in advance, you're actually going to get the month of June for free. So for the first quarter, your cost will be $135 plus tax. I'm coming up to being pro and legitimate. I'm going to have to pay taxes, so that means I won't have to charge taxes. Georgia's kind of that way. As of when you do your reoccurring payment, which would be in September. Apparently my giant cat has attacked the setup that we had behind us that was supposed to be this really nice, neat thing. Jimmy's trying to get. So those of you who don't know Jimmy, turn around and tell everybody hello.
Hello.
No, if you didn't get it, get yourself. There you go.
Hey guys.
This is my Jimmy. This is my right-hand man, so to speak. But and so your first quarter will actually be 4 months instead of 3 months. But technically it will be July, August, and September. But you do get the 150 for June at no additional cost. That is for you putting your samples and your business card in. So for the first quarter, Zakia, you would actually have 4 months. So rather than having just the 3 months, it would be a 600. The first quarter, you would get 600 inserts for $135. Normally, it's $45 a month for 150. Because it is that extra month in there, if you buy before June 21st, you get the entire month of June. So you're actually getting 4 months for the price of 3. After the first quarter, when your payment would come back up due at the 1st of October, it will actually be $124.47 per quarter. After that, when you renew in January, you automatically get 100 free for the previous. So you get given a bonus every time you continue and renew your subscription. So at the end of the first year, you would actually have gotten, let me do some math here, 450 times 4, 16, 18, 1950, 2,250 inserts into bags, given out at events, local businesses, salons, banks, coffee shops, and the like. For your subscription price for the year is going to be right at $500, give or take. but because it's divided up, you're not paying it all at one time. And if someone says, look, I want to pay for a year, we'll sit down and we'll figure out something for that, but it's not going to drop a whole lot lower than that. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. This makes it easy. This way you don't have to remember, oh, I wonder if I need to get another package. I have some people who have been with me since I was with the other company that I was a distributor for, and they are consecutive. I mean, they just all the time. You're running short, they automatically, what you got going? Do I need to just get a regular package? What do I need to get? What you got coming up? And this way, those regular subscribers, those regular marketers and advertisers don't have to worry about them remembering or me remembering. And then I've got, as an example, the Legacy Summit in September with 175 bags, and I walk into Jimmy's room. Yeah, it is time consuming. It really is time consuming. And, it just really all depends on which side you look at. My damsel in defense lady, who is also a business partner of mine and one of my others, and she's one of the ones that have been with me from the beginning. She usually keeps us supplied with the things that we put in the bags for her. And we're starting to mix that up some, but still she does a little card that says, something to the effects of, don't be a dum-dum, be a smarty, book a party, you could be a lifesaver. And she gets dum-dums and packs of smarties and individual lifesavers. She prints out the card. She gets the little bag. She also sends her damsel in defense business cards. This is the look you get on your face when there's a 15-pound cat behind you messing with your display. And she just boxes all that up and sends it to us. And when we need it, Jimmy just goes and pulls her stuff out and starts putting it together. And because of where you live, Zakia, if that would be easier for you, it might also be more conducive shipping-wise for you to actually just say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for this quarter. I'm just going to ship you all the parts, and please put them together and use them as needed. And that way you don't have to try to make soap, take care of children, and put together, 450, 550 samples every 3 months. And that's one of the neat things. And we have come up with some extra things for her. We were talking one day when I first launched Metro Bag Bags, and one of the ladies at the first event that I worked with had said it was really smart for the ladies to learn how to take care of themselves. And it just hit me, one of those little marketing things. Damsels in something, I'd have to pull one of the cards up now. Anyhow, they don't cower in fear because they're damsels in defense. They're smart cookies. Smart cookies do not cower in fear because they're damsels in defense. And we created a card, and she put the 2 O's in cookie is actually chocolate chip cookies. And what we do is we simply go and buy cases of cookies and we staple them to it. And then as we need them, and drop them in the bag. She sends me the cash, and I go to Sam's and get them here because it's actually cheaper for me to go to Sam's here, even though they cost more, than it is for her to buy them and ship the cookies to me. Because once she shipped the cookies, she's negated all the savings. So that's why we decided to do the, so one of the reasons we decided to do this subscription, because I do have the Kendall Maddoxes, the Kim Harpers, the LaWanda Brokenballs, those people who want to constantly have something going. They know that I've laid the groundwork, I've laid the foundation, I have the connections with the different event planners in the area. And it's like with Zakia, it doesn't matter where you are, she'll ship you soap. Bottom line, wherever you are, she'll ship you soap. You try the sample that she decides to put in our brag bags. We give her bragging rights because she's up in PA and she's advertising in the ATL. It's just the way that works. So while she's taking care of making soap and taking care of a family and shipping out orders on Saturday, you're sending her your order, and the next Saturday that comes along, she ships your order out. And it's just really, it makes it simple for everyone. It makes it simple for everyone. One of the ladies that I work with, she's Avon. She's right around the corner at the high school. But yet sometimes it's just, we forget about it until it's too late. Think about it. Let's talk about it if we need to. We'll get on the phone if we need to sometime next week or the next week, and we'll figure out what we need to do, how we need to do it. Of course, one of the simplest samples for you to do would be take one of your bars of soap, cut it in little 1 or 2 use slices, and put them in the little zippies that would be the little tiny zippies that one piece little slice like that would fit into. Then you could put that into another bag and put your business card in there. Hey, Kelly, thank you so much for the referral. Thank you for using Metro Brag Bags, giving you your bragging rights. Thank you for giving me bragging rights. Kelly hired me to do her bags, and I've actually got one of her bags back here. It doesn't have anything in it. But we did this. Okay, come on. I forget. I'm trying to get this angled right. It looks, I know where I'm lagging. Why am I lagging? I have broad brand. I shouldn't be lagging. Okay, there we go. This beautiful bag that looks kind of like a beautiful brown, chocolate brown purse. And I'm just really lousy at doing this, aren't I? There we go. I guess this takes practice. There we go. I've actually done this bag in purple, pinkish purple, and in an orange, which is more of a burnt orange. But this bag has really, this design is one that people just love. Hey, LaShawn, you have an easier suggestion for the soap using paper. Okay, that's fine. Please, by all means, let me see if I can get that. Because I'm sure Zakia would love to have some extra. Okay, there we go. There we go. Of course, now I can't see through my face. But, okay, how do I move that to get it? Will it let me move it? I don't know how this works. Okay, no, it doesn't let me move it. Okay, I'll just have to sit up taller, I guess, until I decide to move that, not show that. Okay, so. LaShawn meet Zakia Ringgold. Zakia meet LaShawn Smith. She is pen classy, girl. She can come up with some of the fanciest pens you have ever laid eyes on. Let's hide that comment because it's covering my mouth, and that may not necessarily be a bad thing either. But they are so cute, aren't they? This is the live version of the purple that I did for Verna Nickelberry. And I did the orange for Dr. Renee Sunday. Some other things. And so here's the whole deal. With doing the subscription, I asked a couple of people who have been with me all along, what do you think? The 100 insert, the 150, the 200. And they all said 150 because that makes sure it covers more than one event if I need 100 for an event. If we do 200, sometimes that's just a little much to come up with in the beginning. Now, as we go forward, we will be adding that 100 for those people that really want to. But we're starting at this level, and we'll probably stay at this level into 2018, and probably in January of 2018 or in December before 2018's reoccurring payment would come along for January. We will add the 100 and the 200. And if we see that we're going to have really oodles of stuff, we may even add a bigger number. But what I also want to get to do here, And I know, well, Sean's been at one of my events before, so she kind of knows what I had going on with the other company. She's not been to one of my events since I started my own company. I haven't yet gotten did I miss your trip to the ATL, Zakia? Did you get to come? Did you come? I know you were in Vegas, but did you come to the ATL? Was that already, or is it still coming? I don't know. And excuse me, I must have water. Not going to apologize. I'm just going to excuse myself and go on. Okay, let me see if I can get rid of this. Don't want to show you agenda. Show. No, don't show. Go away. It won't go away. I don't know how to make it go away. Okay, so I can't make it go away. So it's going to be there in my face. Okay, nothing I can do about it, I guess. It is what it is. But it's not in your all's face, it's just in my face, so it's bugging me. Some of the things, I want to show you all some of the things. This is one of the ones from the Metro ATL and Beyond celebration that we did 2 weeks ago. No, this direction, okay. We did the yellow and black for those people who were regular attendees. Some ideas of different things that went in. This is the idea I was telling you all that we do for Damsel in Defense with the cookies. Okay, let's see. Nope, this way. Here we go. And go this way. I don't think it's going to show, but this is what we do with those. And some of the other things that we had. What else did we have? We had the little microfiber. These are really neat. I have a source where I can get these, or actually where my first lady at my church can get these. And the neat thing about these, you can actually open them. You could put your business card down in here and then just close it back up. And yes, it's a 3M product. And the thing about this neat is maybe someone wouldn't carry a cloth with them if it had your name on it, because, you know, some people are weird. They love your product, but they don't want to co-sign in public. You can't even get them to co-sign on Facebook, and you know you just shipped them a $300 soap order, but they will not share what you're doing with their network on Facebook. Go figure. But that way, they can take it with them. They know they got it from you, but it doesn't have your name on it. So it's not like they're out in public advertising for you. I know, how silly is that? But there's all kinds of different things. One of my business partners with and who is also the Nashville branch of this company, her office and branch is called Music City Swag. Her name is Tammy Winston, and on the side she has these really cool things for your puppy dogs and your kitty cats. Yeah, but you know what? You shouldn't be a secret. That's the whole point. And that's what I'm here for, is to take and see on this side, she actually had a couple of full-size puppy dog treats in there. And that's what I'm here for, is to make sure you're no longer a secret. Make sure everyone knows who you are. I have been blessed to make contact and connection with a promotional company, and the young woman who runs it, she's young to me anyhow. And every regular bag that we did got one of these, and yes, it is that little thing that goes on the back of your phone to hold all your important cards and all that. But if you happened to be a VIP, then she put that along with a highlighter, a pen, her business card inside one of these gorgeous water bottles. And she even went a step further for our, thank you, Thelma. Thank you so very much. I don't have any of the purple left. I can order them. Please don't panic on that one. I can order them. I just actually don't have any of the purple left. I had 9 of them left. And one of the ladies that I do a lot of networking with fell so in love with them that she wanted them to do Mother's Day gift bags. So she actually came to Kelly's event. When I was at Kelly's event, she came and met me and picked those up for me to use for, but it's the purple of this is what Prophetess is talking about. So, you know, there's just some really, really great things going on. And am I bragging on me? Yes, I am. I have bragging rights because I have wonderful people like Sean Thomas, the entrepreneur. We did this gorgeous bag for her. Let's see, this direction. Right. There we go. And if I come way back here, you can actually sorta, no, this way. Y'all can laugh. It's okay to laugh. We did this gorgeous bag for her, and I know it's so awesome because look what it does. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this or not. It actually unsnaps. It has a snap. And this bag was just absolutely filled with all kinds of goodies. And you know what? Your goodies need, she's doing another one. She wasn't going to do but one. And it won't be an official entrepreneur. It's going to be some of her speakers felt such a great energy in the room that they wanted to come back to the ATL. All the way from the West Coast and from places like Washington and California and even in Oklahoma. And they wanted to come back and have another event. So there's going to be another, and she only did these for VIPs. So once the VIPs got a bag, those people that were quick to that table to grab their bags and take off, and she loves this bag as much as everybody else loves the purple of this one. This way, here we go. The purple of this one, Sean loves this because this just has Sean Thomas written all over it. Okay, let's see. What we did, and I know I keep turning around, but it was the only way Jimmy and I could figure out how to do this. What we did for our VIPs and our speakers at the Metro ATL and Beyond, a celebration of networking and results, is we did the white bag a little bit bigger than these because our colors are actually gold, black, and white. So we actually, yeah, there we go. So we did the white bags that were bigger and held a little bit bigger, and they had a little bit different stuff in it. And I'm going to be honest, the stuff that's in this bag is not actually what was in their bags because we used all the speaker and VIP stuff except for those beautiful bottles that Young, and I can't pronounce it. If I hadn't tried, I could have pronounced it. So different ideas for you as a potential marketer and advertiser. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and can I put comments in? I don't know. Can I? Okay, I can write on screen. Here we go. This is the address you need to write to me at if you have questions and you do not have the information package or tip sheet. If you have not gotten an information package since mid-April, it has been updated. You need to drop me a note, Kelly, and get another package, and I will also send you the tip sheet. And you can use the tip sheets if you are let's see, does that work? Okay, there's my email address for this business. You can I'll send you the info package and the tip sheet and just some ideas of different things. like I said, I have this wonderful, wonderful Avon lady. She's from right around the corner. What she does is she takes like the lip balms and a perfume sample and her business card. Well, we need to figure out how to get that to you because you know you want your bragging rights. You know you want your bragging rights. You do. You. What date's in September, Kelly? Yes, ma'am. What date's in September? There's another one that she did. And she does them in different colors. This is, who is this one? Yes to Success, Business Consulting. I got this out. This actually came out of a bag, but sometimes I save the things that I get out of other bags so I can use them. This is actually the little round thing in here is a Post-it pad. We have two business cards in there, so it comes up being that. But because this person was also with Junice, the little bag has the Instantly Ageless for under the eyes, 2 samples. This was actually personally mine. This was something someone did just for me, or else it was in a VIP bag someplace. And if I haven't gotten back to you yet, I will get back to you. I have been trying to do 15 things since my event all at once. I was sick last week, most of the week, didn't even get out of the house, finally getting well. And I just wanted to be able to share this stuff with you, answer questions. You're welcome to ask me any question here that you want to. Like I said, go ahead, shoot me an email, Kelly, so I can send you the updated information. I just answered someone's email before I came on, and it may have been yours, Prophetess. It may have been. The cat's just bound and determined he's going to be back here. So I think we're just going to move it all over here so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And we'll just do that. And I've got this here in front of me. This is another thing that the girl from the promotional company did. She put in her card, which is a really nice card. Of course, when you do, that's what you do. You can do that. And the highlighter. And she has sent, and some of them she has pens. A couple of them she also has her magnet. These were very popular at the Entrepreneur. There's just all kinds of things you can do. And if you're someone such as paparazzi and some of the companies, the direct sales companies like that, it's really hard to come up with something to put in a bag, but here's a really simple thing. A little Ziploc bag, or else you can get the little organza bags. This works with them as well. Your business card and a bite-sized candy bar. A peppermint, especially if you know there's a pretty good chance that it will go to a networking event. Put a couple of peppermints in there. In this one, this was trying to think what this one was for. It was for some kind of a spa party. I can't see whose it was for. It wasn't a bag I got anyhow. And basically they did the little pinking shears around their little note. They put their business card. The little note was an invitation to a complimentary party, if I'm not mistaken. There is one of the little flat folded mirrors. I love these little mirrors. And a peppermint. There's all kinds of ideas. Of course, you can buy promotional items. This one is Infusionsoft. They do these at all the places they vend. I've seen these from the promotional companies. They're not cheap, but it is something you can do. These have mints in them. Bookmarks. Bookmarks are great. This is one from my church. This is my Bishop and First Lady. Bishop came to speak. A lot of the things, the 3M microfiber, the Post-its and all that were in the bags for our event were graciously donated by the church. So the bookmark that comes with all of his books, I put in most of the bags that I do because everybody needs a bookmark. I've got bookmarks that I've carried in my Bible for years because that way when I'm doing a little study, I can just put, different bookmarks all over the place and find what I need real quick. So everybody needs bookmarks. Bookmarks are also one of the lesser expensive things that you can do. And you can actually do a bookmark and you can save yourself the need to do a business card if you have all your information on the bookmark as well. I would still, yep, you do. I would still suggest getting, putting maybe a piece of candy. If your book is about something or your product, if you can do a bookmark. Ladera is no longer Ladera. It's Savannah or something like that. And my suggestion has been for them, rather than doing the printouts with and the tea, because it really comes up being pretty expensive for them to do the tea and the printout. But they can put the information about the tea, say the Relax, for instance, that particular variety. They can put it on a bookmark and all the different things and all their contact information and how to go about ordering it. Now, for a more upscale event, by all means, add the tea bag as well. Let's see. Questions. Please ask questions. No one ever asks questions until I'm not doing something like this, and then it's too late. This is one of the ladies that I know that just goes overboard. She's with 31. She does, she's just that kind of person that once you get her in your network, you're just, she does a catalog, she does the special, she does an ink pen, she does candy, she does her business card. This one was saved from a pretty much upscale event. It was probably, I'm guessing, I don't know, I've never vended at that particular event. I've always been an ambassador for it, so I've never vended at it. But I'm thinking the tables were about $300 a piece. And she still went and did this. So there's all kinds of things you can do, all kinds of ideals, and it's just, that's it. And the bookmarks are such a simple way to do. This is the new company that's come out recently called Thrive. This is not Lavelle Thrive. This is a different company. One of our Bishop and First Ladies friends is in it. And I went to one of the presentations because Pastor Gwen kept asking me to go and ask me again. Now, she could not do this for an event that there was going to be 100, big 200 bags or more for. But if it was a smaller event, say for instance, where we're only doing 50 VIP bags, this would be great. The bookmarks are great. They really are, because most everybody, when they have a book published anymore, they get the bookmarks, they get the pitch cards. And if you don't, for those people in this area anyhow, there is a place in Atlanta that does very reasonable cost. They have, in fact, their one-day service is cheaper than their two-day service. They don't charge shipping for those of us that are here. So even those of you who are out of town, and if you wanted to do a bookmark and you wanted it to be in the bag, all we have to do is come up with your print-ready graphics, put the order in, permission. If you put the order in, you have to get permission for me to pick it up, or else you can just get me your graphics. We tack a couple of $3 extra on there. We're going to do that for the gas. Anyhow, I go down the next day and pick them up. they're ready to go. I've got the box. All I have to do is drop them in. They have very reasonable prices on 4x6 and 5x7 postcards. You can do print both sides, UV coated, no extra cost, full color. Basically, I think is it 30? It's right at $30 for 250 of those. It's really very reasonable. A lot of my event planners, if you're doing something like a postcard, they want it to go in. They either want one side of the card to say a gift for you, or they want it to go in an envelope that says a gift for you. One of the doTERRA ladies, she puts in a postcard that talks about oils, and it is a free $40 value oil massage. But I have a event planner that says that's great. It is a free item. It's a tangible item. I just, because it's paper, I simply want it to have attached to it or be in an envelope that says a gift for you. So if no one else has any further questions, this was another. This is a little higher scale. I was actually very disappointed when I got this. Now I'm not disappointed that I got it. Little MP3 player. That's pretty awesome. Why I was disappointed is, what's his name? The really good looking shark, the really good looking black shark. I can't think of his name, from Shark Tank. This was his presentation, even though he wasn't actually there. What really disappointed me and my sponsor, one of my sponsors for my business networking group that went with me, and apparently they've got this thing sealed shut, so I can't get it open. It's not branded. They gave these out, and it's not branded. Now, doing a little microfiber cloth. Yes, thank you, Damien. He is so adorable. Doing these little cloths. Where'd it go? Let me find it. Now I've lost it again. I know it's in there. No, it is. I know it is. I put it back in there. Anyhow, the little microfiber cloth one. Doing that and putting your business card in it, actually, is a form of branding. That's all well and good. Yes, they could lose your business card, but the truth of the matter is, when they go to open that and your business card's in there because they really need it because they got spots on their glasses and they can't see, or their phone screen's so dirty that they're just like, why did I eat pizza and handle my phone, but they'll see your card and they'll be thankful for you. But this, they had them sitting on the tables. They did not even have a business card laying on those high boys for you to pick up. They did this information thing. Sure. I sure can. Just tell them to throw the questions in there and we'll get started. Let me put yours up there so they know. And that was the question that Kelly asked is, but Damon's people had put these little MP3 players out, and I think they're awesome. And what the whole thing about it is, and I don't seem to have one handy, I need a business card. Okay, we're going to pretend this bookmark's a business card. How hard would it have been to have had someone in his organization, because let's get honest, he's got people in his organization that could have done this, took one of those little sticky drops that they stick stuff to and just stuck his business card to the back of that with the information for taking his course, perhaps, on it. And then when everybody picked it up, because I'm one of these people, I have an elephant memory. But how many people have got this laying at home in their desk, on their desk, in a box of stuff that they've collected, and they're looking at it and going, where did I get that? It's really neat. It would have been really neat if I'd known who it was from. So even if you're taking a little baggie like we were talking about and putting your business card down in it, it's in this one. Opening it up and putting your business card in it, by all means, put your business card, you know, when we do the cookies, her information, it may be cute. It is cute. I admit it is cute. How can I get this? Okay, come on. You need to get up there so they can kind of sort of see this. Come on now. Almost this way. No, not going to work. Anyhow, maybe if I get closer. Yeah, there we go. Somewhat. Okay. But that's her information. The outline says all the cute stuff. Smart cookies don't cower in fear because they're damsels in defense. But the center is her information. It tells who she is. So you're going to be sitting there looking at that card while you're eating these cookies. Don't let your stuff go out without your information on it. Don't just send me your, and since we've got people coming in that's going to be about things for conferences. Do not buy a package from me. Hi, Bridget. Thank you so much for joining. Do not buy a package and just send me your business cards. I don't know about other people. If I'm looking for something, I go through cards for a different reason because I'm a networker. A lot of people don't. A lot of people go through, and when I do presentations, I usually have a box or a little garbage can or something sitting down under my table, and I will have a bag put together, and I will go through, and I will go, oh, awesome, this is great, this is great. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say, oh, wait a minute. It's the same business card as the last three people, but they all have different businesses. And then I just drop them all in the garbage because that's what everyone does. They go to Vistaprint. They see that really cool pink and black with the purple, with the gold scroll. And it's a really cool one. And it's right there at the top. And you go to an event, and especially a networking event, and exchange cards with 20 people, and 3 or 4 of them are that card. And you're like, seriously? But anyway, don't send me just your business card, because what you have done is really and truly, unless your business card is all that in a bag of chips, and I have seen some that are, but you have to really work on those, and you have to really be willing to put the money and the time into, number one, the time into creating them, and hi, Bridget, and the money to have them printed. Because otherwise what you're doing with just putting your business card in a goodie bag at an event is you're wasting your money twice. So if you were to buy my package, whether you buy a single package or you buy a subscription, and all you send me is your business cards, then basically, in my opinion, because I've watched this very closely for 2 years, day in and day out, you have wasted your money twice. Once when you had your business cards made, and the second time when you paid for my package, advertising package, because at the end of the day, 90 out of 100 people are going to take your business card and dump it back into the bag. Or, for instance, let's say this was one of the things they got in the bag that your business card was in, and they took this out. There was a really cool bag, so they're going to keep it because, you know, she can always re-gift the bag, right? And she's sitting here, and she's going through the bag, and all the paper and the business cards go in this bag, and then they go in the garbage. Good deal. Jackson, Mississippi needs to be up in here because apparently Jackson, Georgia ain't. Oh, that's where my sister lives, and she's not in business, so I guess that's okay. And since June and Johnny both are gone and they can't go to Jackson anymore, but don't just do that. You think about, this is one of the, and this is on my tip sheet. So for those people who have just come in, if you will go to, Kelly, will you put the email address back up there, please? Because you do it so well and I can just keep talking that way. If you will send me an email, I will send you the introductory info package and the tip sheet. And one of the things in the tip sheet I say, and I'm going to say it here, is when you think about buying and marketing an advertising package with Metro Bride Bites or with our branch in Nashville. Now, for people such as Zakia, if she's still on here, for those of you who have books such as Kelly and Prophetess, and all of you all that have things that you can, market just anywhere, because your product is something you can market just any place. It's unique. You're not the Avon lady with 15, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, mind you, because you may put something like my Avon lady here does in those bags. Thank you, Kelly. Send me an email. I'll get you that information pack out. What I will tell you is think about what you would want. Think about what you would want from you if you were going to get a package from me and you knew you were going to get that bag. LaShawn, I know your product. Tell me, if you were going to get a bag that had you in it, what would you want to get from you? See if she answers me. Because I know her products. And I think she's the only one here that knows Jimmy. Jimmy bought a bullet pen for his brother, who at that time was still in the Marine Reserves, from LaShawn. And he still has it. Jacob, please quit eating that. Please quit eating that. Thank you. Jacob's my kitty cat, by the way. Okay. She has a beautiful key ring with, okay, let me put this up here. So she has a beautiful key ring with her logo and a photo of Penn. Okay, there you go. There you go. And if you can get them at a reasonable price, because here's the thing. If you're saying, okay, I'm going to buy, we're just going to say you're going to get the subscription. And you're going to go, you're going to do this. You're going to have, what did we come up with? Approximately 2,300. Seed packs would be very nice in a bag. And here's the reason for that, because to grow relationships, to grow our networks, and there's something else that will go with the networks too, but to grow relationships, to grow networks, to make relationships start, we have to plant seeds. It's all about planting seeds. And so, it's really one of the things I have that I picked up off of a table at the third event I ever went to. My cats. That's too cool. Let's switch this. She loves my cats. Okay. Hi, Erica. Thank you for joining. I am so glad y'all are coming in. I did not know how long we were going to be here, but seed packs are great. Keychains are great. I've heard people say, don't do keychains. I'm going to jump off over here for just a second. And I've heard people say, don't do keychains. Jimmy, can you come hand me my keys for my car, please? But the very first networking event I ever went to, I went through table to table to table picking up stuff. And at that time, I did not have a vehicle, but I thought it was really pretty cool because I could use this as an example. To this day, let's see, what is it they do? Roche, Imagine and Change. They, you hold the key to your customer's experience. Okay. Now, this is really, it looks pretty, but here's the thing. That's my house key. That's my house key with my Ingles card and my Office Max card. So it gets used a lot. And I see this. Now, whether or not I'll ever do business with them, I don't know. As my businesses grow, maybe I will. But I use it. So why wouldn't you? And I'm sorry, it's not an expensive one either. It's actually one of the plastic ones. A lady here in town, she does glass classes. She teaches you how to blow glass, how to cut glass, how to paint glass. This is the key ring she has. Now, she doesn't give these out to just everybody, obviously. They're a little more pricey. And let me see, there's the button. And it's actually a flashlight. It's a flashlight. So brand awareness, absolutely. Because see, it doesn't matter whether or not I actually do business with them. Every time I pull this key out, someone's seeing them. And someone may read what it says or recognize their logo. And that's the whole thing. And it is advertising. And it is marketing. And I cannot guarantee I'm going to say this up front because I'm not going to lie to you. I cannot guarantee you one single sale. I can't even guarantee you that anyone's going to pick up the phone and call you, that anyone's going to email you. It's hit and miss, just like with the posts that you put in different groups, the different places you can go to add, place ads, Craigslist. I mean, you could advertise on Craigslist for 2 years and never get, yes ma'am, and never get one single, tap on the shoulder like, hey, what's that about? But here's the thing. I can promise to take what you send me, bring me, meet up with me, however we do it, and put it directly into the hands of your next potential client. Can I guarantee that person's going to read your bookmark and buy your book? No. But I can guarantee you that if they take that bookmark out and look at it and it tells them what your book's about, if there ever comes a time in their life or someone else's life that book is needed, they'll know, oh, let me go get that. I've got that and that book over there. And I think this may be the book that my cousin needs at this time, or my sister at work needs at this time. It may be, I have, Limelight has just, in the last year or so, stopped being a private company and come out into direct sales. And one of the young women that I am as a colleague with, and we've become friends. I've even actually, when she was out of town to a conference, I stayed with her children. She's going to start doing Limelight. Well, here's the thing. She did my makeup for Friday night at my event, and she put 2 little drops of this stuff, maybe 3, on one of those little sponges. And when she got in, it had been really hot in the room, and the exhaust fan in our hotel room, yes, it was a Hilton, but the exhaust fan didn't work. My face was a shade of bright red. And she had given me this stuff that Limelight makes to calm down my face. It was a serum first to calm down my skin, but it was still just bright red. And those 2 or 3 little drops covered all that red, but it didn't look like I was wearing makeup. And it didn't feel like I was wearing makeup. And I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm going to start, I'm not one for foundation, but as of the 1st of June, I will be wearing Limelight foundation most times when I go out. And here's the thing, she's going to start putting samples in the bags. Okay, maybe those people have already gotten, but maybe they decide, well, you know what, I've heard some good things about this company, or I've never heard about this company. Let me find out about this company. And they go, look, oh, this was a private company. Oh, let me try this. And she said the biggest problem she has with people with Limelight is they use too much. And so it's just whatever you do, like I was saying before, think about, and I know Erica just came in and some other people just came in. LaShawn already came up with hers. I think Kelly's got some ideas. I know Prophetess Thelma has some ideas going. When you're thinking about advertising in a goodie bag, gift bag, brag bag, because with me, you know, you can call them swag if you want to. I will keep correcting you until it's brag. If you go to our sister branch in Nashville, it is Music City swag, because that was just too cool not to do. We had to keep the swag for that one when Tammy and I came up with that. But here's the whole thing. Think about what you want. Think about the things when you go to an event and you go home with that bag, or at lunch or whenever, and you're sitting there with it and you get ready to go through it. What do you do? What do you look for first? What do you look for second? What do you do with the things that are just strictly informational? That maybe are just business cards or just pitch cards, that really aren't of a lot of use to you. Do you save the business cards, follow up, and if you get permission, add them to your mailing list? And I'm just going to tell everyone here, if you don't already have a customer relation management system in place, when you start doing this, if for no other reason, then people are going to take your business card. The ones that keep your business card, because at least 10% will keep your business card. They will keep your business card because they're going to start emailing you, phoning you, texting you, private messengering you to throw up on you about why you should join their company or buy from them. But what that does, especially if they email you, is, well, it gives you their email address as well. So you get to start to drip on them. So 7 to 12 touches is the norm now. Minimum 7 to 12 touches before someone actually becomes your client or your customer. So it's much easier to maintain clients that you already have, customers that you already have. So if you've written one book and you're fixing to launch your second book, by all means, make sure the people that bought your first book have already pre-ordered the second book, because that probably could pay for your book and pay for the launch. But you know, there's some really great ideas on the Metro page where all of you are watching this at, I'm assuming. There's photo albums that you can go through. Some of it will show you bags that have been done for other events, and some will just be where I've gone through it and I've taken pictures of items I have gotten. But whatever it is, that we can come up with an idea. If you don't have any clue what to do, okay, we'll come up with something. If you're having an event, now let's flip this, and this is where I'm going to end with. If you're having an event, you still need that package, because that package does have the information for host event planners as well. Lots of different packages in there. If you have a sponsor who is providing the bags for you, well, that's all well and good. We can get you more items to go in them. We can come stuff them with the items you've already got. We can get you just additional items to go with the stuff you've already got if your team's already going to do it. or if you've got vendors, preferably with vendors, if you're an event planner, event host, we would really prefer to get to deal directly one-on-one with your vendors. But I know a lot of people include being in the gift bags as part of the price of the vendor tables. If you're charging it separately, then please, by all means, roll that over to us and let us handle that part of it. But what I'm really seriously considering doing is saying, go ahead and include that in the table for two reasons. Number one, you're going to have the money if they decide to do it. Number two, it can just all be when you pay an invoice, you can say, okay, this is the bags I want. This is how many I want. And I will get you that list of vendors that are going to be in the bag so you can get their inserts from them and you can work with them. And then about 2 weeks probably before your event, what we'll do is we'll get back together. Okay, I've got this much, I've got this much, I got this much. I never heard from these people, so I have people from the outside coming in. If that's okay with you, if you don't want that, we won't do that. But if your Avon lady just says, oh no, I'm not putting anything in the bags because I've never gotten any business out of that. Okay, fine. Because my Avon lady will definitely take your place. And it's not her fault that you chose not to advertise. So, you can advertise, and you know what? You can advertise from your booth, and I understand what some vendors say about this. But here's the whole thing. If there's 200 people in an event and they're doing 200 bags, I'm just going to tell you straight up, not all 200 people are coming by your table. But if that person that wouldn't be caught dead with an Avon bag in their hand because they're just so above that. I'm sorry. I believe billionaires buy Avon. They just hide it in their big custom walk-in closets and don't tell anybody. But if you're sitting there at that event and you look in your bag and your lips are so dry and you realize because you wanted to carry that really cute little purse that you didn't put a chapstick or just a gloss in there, and to get up and do the lipstick, you're going to have to go all the way to the ladies' room, and it's halfway down the hall, around the corner, and up a flight of steps, and you pull out that Avon bag, and it has a lip balm in it. Trust me, that Avon lady is going to be your best friend, and you'll be on her website the next time you think of something Avon, like Skin So Soft, or Skin So Soft Bubble Bath. You will be caught dead doing it. You might not be caught dead doing it in public, but you will do it in private. There's just all kinds of reasons for doing it. I have a lady at church, and this is what I'm going to end with. So if you're an event planner and your vendors are saying, well, I don't know. I don't ever get anything out of that. Or if you're thinking as a marketer and advertiser, well, I've done some events that I've vended at. Okay, you've done some events that you vended at. But now let's think about this. How well did you do for booking parties or making sales? Because at the end of the day, truthfully, unless you have something like LaShawn's got, or you're selling a book, for the most part, vending is a marketing tool. Your greatest thing you're there to do is to get leads. So here's the thing about that. If the people didn't come to your table, then it's very possible the people at that event were not your ideal clients to start with. So then if you didn't hear from the people that attended the event, that got the bag that you put your samples in, if they didn't come to your table, they're probably not going to use your sample either because they're not your ideal client. I have a friend at church. She is with And I know it looks like a giant cat, but it's really my roommate. Um, she is with Premier Jewelry. She was all excited because she was looking at what it cost. And by the way, just for the record, average magazine ad, for those of you who are not either of my groups and haven't seen this, to run an ad in a magazine, in an upscale magazine, average cost $14,000. No guarantee that anyone will ever look at it. Radio, TV, a lot of people flip stations in the car when a commercial comes on. We all know with TiVo and DirecTV, all the different DVR and all, how many people actually watch commercials? I mean, I work during commercials. When I'm walking, I've got my laptop in my lap. I never watch commercials. I don't. I don't watch commercials. So if you had your ad on TV, after about the 100th time, because it's like, what is this? I'm tired of hearing it. I might watch it. But at least I can guarantee you I will put it in this bag. I will put this bag in someone's hands. And LaShawn and I actually had this conversation because she has a marketing method that allows you to spend $1 and reach up to 200,000 people. Well, I'm going to tell y'all need to hook up with LaShawn and check into that if you're still on here or if you're watching the replay, simply because spend $1, take a chance. 200,000 people. Somebody's got to be interested in it, right? If not this 200,000, maybe the next 200,000. But the whole point of the whole thing is, LaShawn's right. No one can guarantee. I cannot guarantee you any sales. What I will ask of you, though, is if someone calls up and says, oh, I was at this event. I got this great bag, and it had your stuff in it. Please let me know. Please let me know. Kim Harper, who I love dearly, who was a gold member with the other company that I was with, she was at an Experience Connections meeting with me last month, and we were sitting side by side. We hadn't been together for a while, seen each other for a while. She's recently moved, so she's not just like right down the road from me. She's still right down the road from me. Kelly knows about where she is. She's over in Austell, but she used to literally be like 7 miles down the road from me where we would meet at. And she's not there anymore. She's over in Austell, and that's like 15 miles from me. So we don't see each other very often. But we were at an Experience Connection, and this was what I was representing, because that's what the lady that has it at XC wants me to represent. And she said, I'm telling y'all need to do this. This works. She said, I know a minimum of 5 people call me and say, oh my God, I've been looking for someone with Legal Shield. And I got this bag, and there was this DVD, and it had your name on it. Where do I sign on the dotted line? And here's the thing. I look at her and go, excuse me, Kim, I thought you loved me. I thought you were my friend. You call my grandbaby your boyfriend, but you didn't tell me this. She goes, I've never told you. I said, no, you've never told me this. She said, those 5 people were more than enough in commissions to cover what I paid when you were with the other company. And so, if you get one really good repeat, if you sell, well, let's just say Kelly put stuff for her book in, and it just so happens, my roommate turned the light on, and now I look really washed out, don't I? Bring in my makeup artist, please, ladies. Anyway, and Kelly puts in stuff about her book. Well, what if one of the people that gets the bags is a bookstore owner who just happens to own 10 books in the metro, or 10 stores in the metro Atlanta area, and calls her up and says, I got this bookmark, or I got this pitch card about your book. Will you send me a copy of your book? And if it's as good as I think it is, I'm going to put your book on the shelves of all 10 of my bookstores. I'm thinking that's going to more than cover what she paid to be in the book, in the bags. more than cover what she paid for me to do her bags. Because see, I got this extra blessing from Kelly. She hired me to do these. Then she asked me to speak about the same thing we've been talking about for the last hour. Actually, any more questions? Ooh, I froze over there. Am I moving again? Almost. And exactly, you would love it. You would love it. And if he wanted 50 books in 10 stores, in each of 10 stores, I don't know. I don't know how much your book is, but I'm guessing it's at least $10. You told us. I can't remember. What is it, 15? We'll say 15. Let's say 15. So 50 books at $15 is $750, right? So if he puts 50 books at $750 in each of 10 bookstores, does someone want to do that math for her? $750 times 10, $7,500. And it only costed her, if she subscribed for a full year, it would still cost her about, I think we came up with the price, would come up being about $500. Okay, it's currently $18. Okay, so we can still use that figure though. It would be a little more than that, but let's just say it was 15, and it would come, because truthfully, if you were selling to him to put in his bookstore, it probably would be 15 versus 18. And so here's the whole thing. $7,500. It costed you $500 to advertise for a year. I'm thinking you made your money back. Because one person got, of course, this is not your bookmark, I know, but we're going to say it is, got your bookmark, and then looked at it and said, you know what? That book's going to change lives. I've got these bookstores, and they're small stores, but the people that come in here want their lives changed. Let me see if she'll send me one. Because let's face it, if this man says there's a possibility of him putting 500 of our books into his bookstores around the metro Atlanta area, we're going to send the man a book. Straight up, we're going to send the man a book. We're not going to question him. We're just going to send it to him. And if he decides it really will, and he really does, he buys 500 books. That's it. It only takes one person, one time. Absolutely. Let me find, I got to put that up there. That's got to be up there. Got to be up there. It only takes one person, one time. It's just like with networking. You've got to meet those people. Well, I'm a networker from the floor up. I mean, I'm at Kelly's event. We're having the meet and greet. My gal comes in to buy the leftover purple bags like this for me, right? She's a networker from the floor up. What do? I bring her into Kelly's event, back into the back room. I show off the venue that we're in, and I introduce her to Kelly. Because that's what people do, because it only takes one. It only takes one. She's got this great product, by the way. She's a chiropractor. She's an XC host. She has this great product. It's one of those things that you can, I think you put it in the microwave. It's not made out of beans. You'd have to get a hold of Linda to find out what it is. But that you can wrap around, do hot or cold, either one. So she has this great product. And you know, it's just, there's so much. We need to start doing this more often, I guess. Y'all can come in and leave this in the comments for later. And I'm going to put it out here. This is going to be, I don't know if that'll show or not, but I'm going to put it up there. Who would like, it would help if I could spell, huh? No, it would help if I could find the space bar. There we go. Who would like to have these conversations on a regular basis. Voila, and switch. And there we go. Because we could do these about every other week probably. I don't know that it would be necessary to do them more than every other week. But I want to thank you all so very much. By the way, Kelly, you tell Jason he owes me lime tortilla chips and tostadas French onion dip. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. Not a combination I would have come up with on my own, but I have not forgotten. Anyway, I'm going to let you ladies go. I thank you all for joining in. Anyone who has further questions, you can post them in the comments. You can email them to me. As I said, the first subscription round is because it is actually the equivalent of 4 months and you're only paying for 3. Normally, the $150 package is $45. So the first quarter subscription is $135. But then in October, it will only be $124.47 per quarter. And then when you renew in January, you'll automatically get 100 bonus inserts for every time you renew, you'll get 100 bonus inserts for the previous quarter. So basically with the first quarter, it's really like you're getting 4 months for the price of 3. After that, it will be quarterly. As soon as we get several people, my goal is to get between 10 and 20 people on the quarterly subscription. Yes, ma'am. Because it's actually 4 months instead of just 3. And then it will be, let's put that up there, first quarter. Then, as of October, it will be $124.47. Now, that's going to be plus tax on both of those. Georgia's getting really, really snippy. They're trying to find a way to make us pay taxes on everything we buy online. And if Nathan Deal has his way, that's exactly what we will do. Because I have always said, give it to Georgia. Every quarter you get 100 additional items with each renewal. Yes. And I will have that information. I will do an info sheet on that as well that I will be sending out. So we've got first quarter subscription is $135, but it's actually for 4 months. So rather than $450, you're getting 600 inserts. Starting the second quarter, you get the $450. It's $124.47. When you renew it in January, it's still $124.47, but then you get your bonus for renewing. And then every quarter as you renew, it'll be $124.47, subject to change, of course, if things change. And then it will be, you will also get that extra 100 inserts. So by the time we get to the end of the year, and I'm just going to put this one out here, in September, for those people who are looking to advertise and market, I know for a fact I will be helping of 100 inserts. I will be helping Araya McGarry with, I'm just going to put it there since I guess I should have done this one first. Araya McGarry with the Live Your Life Legacy Summit. She will be doing 175 bags unless that changes. It could go up. I seriously doubt it will go down. Last year was 100. No, she did 200 last year. She did come down a little because she had a few left over. But she's doing 100. She's planning on 175 at this point. We may go up from there, but at least 175. There is a nonprofit that is having an event that month that has also contacted me. And I know they're looking at least 100. I have a couple of others that are talking to me that all of these are minimum of 100, and that doesn't count. I will be starting back up my lunch and learns in July. That will usually run 20 to 30 bags a month. I do several networking events that will allow me to bring the bags and give them out. Some will, some won't. Most of those are 20 to 25 per event as well. So an average month without a big event like the Legacy Summit, I'm going to be giving out close to 200 bags, because what I can do is I can take them downtown and I can go to the coffee shop. They love getting them at the coffee shop. They love getting them to hand out at the bank. And so there's all of these other places other than events. Someone said to me one time during lunch, she goes, well, what if you don't have an event? I said, well, that's easy. There's the coffee shop. There's the banks. There's, the salons and the spas. And, I may go into Starbucks, which is, I'm not likely to go into Starbucks. I'm not a Starbucks person. But we have like the Cynical. I could take them to the Cynical. They would gladly give them away. I can take them to Community Bean here in Douglasville. They love getting them. And they've not had them since I went to my own company. So, there's always somebody that they can be marketed to. And sometimes it's better to get that person that's at the coffee shop than it is that person that's at the event that's already met 300 authors in the last 2 months, and they just really couldn't care what you wrote your book about because they've got a stack of books this high, and we haven't read any of them yet because we're too busy trying to build business to read a book about how to build business or to let our minds relax. And I say we because I have that stack of books. I came home from a Christian Men's Business Network quarterly meeting with a book. Not because I bought it, because he gave it away free. But it should be a great book. Monday, don't be a Monday morning atheist or something like that. But and I said that way because it was, the book impresses me. I'm not so sure of the author, but I'm not used to talking to people at a networking event that as I talk to them, they look around the room, trying to see who else is there to talk to. That's Kelly knows me. LaShawn's still here. She knows me. I don't think she is. I think Kelly's the only one left. But Kelly knows me. I'm not one that is normally ignored in a room. So to be treated that way in what was supposed to be a Christian men's group kind of, that, I don't know. Probably shouldn't have said anything about it here, but I can't take it out now. So it's done. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Kelly, thank you so much for being my scope scribe, even though this isn't really periscoping, but that's still, thank you for being my scope scribe. Let's figure out how we're going to do those. You said September in your event too. Let's figure out how we're going to do that, and let's make it happen. And you all have a great and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And I'm going to say this, please don't forget the men and women who did die to give us our freedom here in the United States. But I posted this earlier today. The truth of it is the greatest memorial that we need to, the greatest sacrifice that we need to celebrate for this Memorial Day weekend that has to do with us having our freedom is the life that was willingly laid down for us in Jerusalem over 2,000 years ago, or almost 2,000 years ago now. He willfully laid down his life. He had the power and authority to take it back up again. And the men and women, such as my great uncles that I never got to meet, they gave their life for me to be free upon the earth. And I thank them and I praise them and I appreciate them. But I also want this Memorial Day weekend to be about my Lord and Savior, because he gave his life so I could have eternal freedom. So I want to have a great Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you all on the flip side. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.